I'm trying to figure out how Michael Myers can be a cameo, a feature in his own goddamn movie. Ciao. Let's get into it.
It's showtime.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Nita, your favorite diva, and I'm back. This is my grand return to my movie reviews. I've been doing a lot of commentary. I've been on a lot of channels. And everything like that. And so I have been super busy and I have let my movie reviews go by the wayside. However, we are back. It's Halloween season. What is better than to jump this off than to start it off with Halloween Ends? I am here to review Halloween Ends. It's directed and written by David Gordon Green. I'm putting all of this on his shoulders because this is his brainchild. But there were four other cooks in the writing kitchen. But the movie is based off the characters created by John Carpenter. Okay, it stars Jamie Lee Curtis, Kyle Richards, Andy Matichak, Will Patton, Nick Castle, Rohan Campbell, and James Jude Courtney, just to name a few. And it clocks in at 1 hour and 51 minutes. Rated R, horror and thriller. Not really, because I was not scared. And if you can't scare the diva, it wasn't scary. Because somebody can walk up to me in my house and I didn't know you was behind me and I get scared. Listen, look, we're gonna get into it because we're gonna get into it. And that so the synopsis reads: the saga of Michael Myers and Laurie Strode comes to a spine-chilling climax in the final installment of this trilogy. And that is all I'm going to say because this is your spoiler-free review. If you're new to the channel, welcome back. You know what we do here. I watch movies so you don't have to. I give you the good, bad, and everything in between with no spoilers, of course. And I let you know whether or not you should know or go see it in theaters or know or go watch it on Peacock, where they did like a dual. Opening of this movie. Fun fact: while Blumhouse said that this is their ending of the Halloween franchise as they see it, it doesn't mean that another studio couldn't or wouldn't pick this up on their own because it is a money grabber. You know what I'm saying? We're here to make money, baby, in Hollywood. That's just what it is. Also, too, I watched the interview with Jamie Lee Curtis. She said this is her very last portrayal of Laurie Strode. So whatever version of Halloween you go see, you're not going to see Jamie Lee Curtis, okay? She's going to be a cameo. She's going to be a flashback. She's going to be all of that, but she's not going to be in it, okay? All right. So before I get into this review, I just really want to say this is a far different tone. Like, I feel like every movie was so different. I really liked 2018. I did. I did. I did. I did. The only thing I could say about 2018 is that I didn't think it had as many kills as that it could have had. Um, I really loved like the lore and how they were setting it up. I was like, "This okay? I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm here for it." And y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and do a ranking of this. I don't do rankings. I may talk a little bit towards rankings, but I'm gonna do a special ranking video, and I may do a spoiler video on this just because I don't know, because I feel like I can't say things in here that is very central to the episode. I mean, not the episode, the goddamn movie. It's very central to the movie because I feel like the trailers did a bait and switch. Like, whatever was in the trailers is not what the movie is primarily about. Okay. And so I'm gonna just leave it at that. I'll just leave it at that. So it's a very different tone. So if you was hyped up on all the kills that you got from Halloween Kills, the second installment, this is set 4 years after the first one. Okay, so there is a very different tone. We don't know what happened, where he went, what happened. I don't know. So I just want you to kind of set your expectations, put your expectations. We're not moving into a more gruesome Michael Myers in this movie. We're not moving towards that. So anyway, let's get with the good, shall we? The performances were pretty good. They were pretty good. I mean, that's like the least thing that I can really complain about. They did well with whatever the story material that they had. You know, Jamie Lee Curtis is a veteran in this role. She had some badass moments uh, when she had them. However, I'll get into it in the cons. The movie worked best when Jamie Lee Curtis was doing her thing, of course. What a what a character of Allison. Allison is um her granddaughter. So it's Laurie Strode's granddaughter. You remember in Halloween Kills, Michael Myers actually kills her mom. Okay, so she dies, and so now they're sitting up here trying to revamp their life. They're not trying to let him control their life. They're moving on. They're moving forward. He hasn't been seen. Ain't nothing been going on. However, I did see a billboard sign that said that somebody was missing. So I don't know. You know, y'all think he ain't doing this thing, but I still think he was doing his thing. I still think he was doing this thing. Anyway, she was I mean the actress was good, but I just didn't agree with her choices in the movie. But you know, with horror movies, you have to move the plot forward. So I definitely expect that stupid ass behavior happening in a horror movie. So whatever. The character of Corey. Now, Corey is in the trailer. That's why I will mention him. However, he's played by Rohan Campbell. That is his real name in real life, but his name is Corey in the show, in the movie. He did a phenomenal job. I liked his portrayal. I think he did what he needed to do. I love seeing his descent into madness, and that is where I'm going to leave you with that, because this is your spoiler-free review. The score was haunting. You know they do their thing with this. Is it John Carpenter? Who does the score? I don't know. I'm gonna put it right here, but somebody does the score, and they do a phenomenal job every single time. I feel like the score elevates the movie. Okay, so the movie could be shit, but it elevates the movie. The cinematography was great. The special effects were great, top notch, all of that stuff. Okay, so that's all I got. Okay, so let's let's get into the bad. So this movie was not scary at all to me. This didn't feel like a Michael Myers movie. It didn't feel like a Halloween movie. It was centered around someone else. And I, I feel like if you are ending a trilogy, why are you introducing a whole new character and make an hour and 30 minutes of your movie ending a Michael Myers Halloween character? Why are you introducing a listen? And not only that, I felt a little bit bored. I was like just sitting in there like this. I was. It was a tad bit boring. I mean, I don't know. Whatever. The movie had a lot of different subplots, and I don't even think you can call it a goddamn subplot. I feel like that was the plot, and then they put Michael Myers in there at the end. That trailer, that's the third act. Ain't had shit to do, ain't had nothing to do with none of the rest of the movie. The trailer was the third act, which they sold you on. However, the movie was not about that. So Michael Myers was pretty much a cameo, a feature in his own movie. How do you do that? What? Who said do that? Like, child, I don't know. I don't know. I thought, listen, I was okay with what they were crafting in the first and second act. I was like, okay, I can see that. I can deal with it. If it wasn't a Halloween movie. If it wasn't Halloween Ends, that movie is a movie in itself. I just feel like that they just really kind of they were out of ideas. They were out of ideas. They didn't know what to do. it felt like Star Wars. Like, ooh, let's do Star Wars. Let's do another trilogy of Star Wars. And ain't nobody know that. Ain't nobody had the faintest clue where they was going. They didn't map this shit out. They ain't storyboarded. They ain't do none of that shit. Like, it was a mixed bag. Because like I said, like if that was a separate movie, I would be into the movie. But you put this movie into a Michael Myers movie at the end of his trilogy, and then you tack Michael Myers at the end, baby. Let me not say too much. Listen, I'm not saying too much. Anyway, it felt like a bit of a stretch, a reach. It just didn't do it for me. Like, if I'm critiquing this as Halloween ends, that is my thing about it. We didn't get too much Michael Myers in this. It didn't feel like a Halloween film. He felt like a feature in his own film. There wasn't much gore. However, there was a couple of kills that stood out, and people applauded and they clapped in the screen and stuff like that. But it wasn't much more than that, y'all. It just wasn't. So before I give you my overall thoughts on Halloween Ends, why don't you take a moment and follow me on my social media? It's right there. So the movie wasn't totally trash. I I saw what they was trying to do, but I felt like it wasn't. It was somewhat, but it wasn't. I felt like I was looking at two different movies. I felt like, and Michael Myers, his was a short. His was a YouTube short. It was a reel. It was an Instagram reel. No, listen. Watch it for yourself. I want you to watch it for yourself. Listen, it's on Peacock. Watch it on Peacock. It wasn't trash. But it wasn't fully satisfying because I just didn't feel the Halloween vibe. It was just meh. I was just like, it didn't hit the mark. I really do feel like a lot of Michael Myers and Halloween fans will feel disrespected by this installment, especially with it being his end, especially after such a explosive middle installment with the Halloween Kills where he went absolutely ham. Make sure you check out my reviews in the cards up there. However, the best thing about this movie is the performances, the special effects, and cinematography. The story was a bit of a mess because I feel like it just didn't fit. It just didn't fit. Okay, we're moving on. But I do think this is the weakest of the trilogy because I dug Halloween Kills until the hospital mob mentality bullshit that they do in there. I was like, either it was executed wrong, but I feel like there was kind of a through line because they kind of like touched on it in ends, but no, it didn't do what it was supposed to be doing. At least Halloween Kills felt like a Halloween movie. So I give it a 2.75, a weak ass 3 out of 5 stars. And I say, please just stream it. It's on Peacock. Watch it tonight, watch it tomorrow, watch it the next day. It's no rush. It's totally on you. No need to see it in the theaters. I was not scared. I was not enthused. It looked good. However, you can watch that shit out. So, for my Diva recommendations, I have Halloween, the original, 1979, I believe. And then there is Friday the 13th and Scream. Okay, y'all. So, that is my review for Halloween Ends. And thank God it ends. And so, yes, I want to know what you think. That's most important. What do you think about this movie? How do you feel about it? Good, bad, ugly? Please get down in the comments. I don't care if it's spoilers or not. My review is non-spoiler, but get down in the comments, engage. I'm going to be right down there with you. No worries. And remember, I'm Nita, your favorite diva, and make sure you come back to check me out for my next Halloween October review.